Hey everyone, so I thought I'd give you a bit of an overview or a bit of an insight into my packing. It was a bit of a mess. I try and get rid of all the packaging that I can before we go. So here I've made 3 teachers' snacks for the trip, and within that there's apples, there's oranges, there is a Scroggin mix which has, lollies and chocolate and some dried fruit and some nuts. Oh, sorry, no nuts. Some seeds. There's a protein bar. There's a little bit of chocolate there. There's another protein bar. Oh, actually, that's just a muesli bar that has protein in it. But a couple of apples and some oranges. So that'll keep a staff member very happy for our trip. So that's their snack. I just refill this little bag that I'll have with them throughout the journey on the trip. So there's some marshmallows in there, there's some dried mango, some sunflower seeds, there's cranberries. I hate sultanas, so I won't subject other people to those. But this is what they'll have in the boat. I know it's a lot of plastic, but I do wash all my Ziploc bags and reuse them. When they're wet, just stick them against the wall and they'll stay there. In another bag, I will have my breakfast stuff. Champion. 2 fruits. These containers are actually really good for waterproof containers for future trips, so make sure you hang on to those for your valuables. There's some muesli. I'm going to keep the whole packet. Normally I would put that into like a small container just for one person, but because there's 3 staff for 3 days, I'm going to use the whole bag. So, well, maybe, I don't know, there'll be some left over, but that'll be in a separate bag just for breakfast, and I will actually write breakfast on it. This is our lunch kit. So there's some wraps under there, there's some pita pockets. I hate wraps. I've had them so much and I'm so done with wraps. I'm not sure what the staff want to eat, so I've got some tuna sachets and some salmon pieces. Again, I know it seems like a lot of plastic, but these Helgas, this packet will end up holding my rubbish. All right, so everything that you do ends up, like, you've got to keep all your rubbish and take your rubbish with you. So everything that you use that has a big packet will end up taking your rubbish with you. Like, I'll use one of these Ziploc bags once I've finished that to take my rubbish home. All right, so there's lunch. Have to have my mayo. That's just one of those things. I know it looks like a lot of food, but if we don't get through the salami, I will then put it in one of our dinner meals, which I will go to next. I'm going to have butter, chickpeas and veggies and jasmine rice. These packets are actually really good because you can stand them up in boiling water once you've opened them, and you don't actually have to boil rice. You can just heat them up in water without putting the rice in the water. Just put the packet in the actual pot with the boiling water, and that will heat up enough. And then on another trangia, I will cook, snow peas, some spinach, some broccoli, some carrot, and that will be an amazing dinner. This butter chickpeas, I haven't actually tried this one yet, but I'm hoping it's okay. No added sugar. Just pop the lid, or pop the top off and just stand it up in a pot, and that should heat up beautifully. And then our next night's meal is some pesto. So I try and actually stay away from jars if I can, because they don't squash down and they're terrible to carry out, plus they can break. But I couldn't actually find any pesto in a sachet. So that is what we're having for that meal. Again, I will probably end up using some of our lunch salami in this. I'll boil some pasta. Can't have pesto without parmesan cheese, and I love palmy cheese. I'll probably eat the whole packet, so I'm just going to throw that in there. There's some snow peas as well that I've actually taken out of this meal's snow peas. Chuck a whole packet of spinach in there because, well, it's like a 1 serve packet. Again, I know it's a lot of plastic, but it'll keep it fresh without having to open multiple packets. Because spinach wilts down when it gets warm, so it will end up being next to nothing. Good old broccolini is great. I love the stalk. It's the best bit. And it just adds, some green in there, some fibre. So that's about it. chocolate croissant for us staff for dessert one night. Yeah, all good. All right. Hope you enjoy your packing. So yeah, each of these meals I'm going to put in a bag, probably just an old Aldi bag, and I'll just label it dinner night 1, lunches, dinner night 2.